I'm almost sure the first record I bought was Big Bad John. It was a 7-inch 45, and it was by Jimmy Dean, the artist Jimmy Dean, who later went into the sausage business. I always patronize the independent coffee shops whenever possible, or any independent store whenever possible. It's the dangers is that everything just gets too homogeneous, and you don't have. It's like if you were a collector of art, you wouldn't go to Sears and Roebuck to buy an art painting, you just wouldn't. And like if you're really into interesting music or rock and roll or pop music, you wouldn't go to Sam Goody's to find, a record by, Peaches or MIA or something like that. Well, the independent record stores I know, very few of which still survive. The reason you would go there is you would get like the latest stuff from Europe or even Japan or California or where the latest kind of underground stuff. The United States is so huge that there's we tend to pay attention to what's going on in our own country, but not so much what's going on in other countries. So if you're interested in what's happening in Holland, for example, independent record stores are good because you can, a lot of times the guy who runs the store actually knows what's going on in Holland.
Do you think a band like Talking Heads or Tom Tom Club would get signed to a major label today?
Probably today we wouldn't even be trying. We would be doing some alternate route to success, and I don't really see that the record companies are that useful anymore, especially to emerging artists. I mean, the good thing that what they used to be good at is A, getting your records into the stores, and B, promoting that record. But they don't really promote a record anymore until they see that it's got some kind of underground buzz going on, and then, you know what I'm talking about. They release a dozen records, but they wait and see which one seems to be maybe taking off, and then they get behind that one and they just forget about all the rest. And so, that type of marketing, which is kind of like no marketing, is not good. So it's a real challenge these days. I don't feel good about the way things are looking for the new artists these days. Well, these days there's not much in terms of rewards for experimentation. It's one thing to be a keeper of the flame and want to keep traditional music like blues and Zydeco and stuff like that alive. It's another thing to be a cookie cutter band who has no real ideas or anything of musical interest, and there's a lot of that. It's more about being cute and having tight clothes or something like that than it is about being a creator. One good thing about our art school education in Talking Heads was that we studied like the history of art, and we were sort of inculcated with the idea that it's okay to be influenced by people, and it's okay to do an homage to somebody. But when it comes to doing your own work, you really should have something that's unique unto yourself evident there. I mean, something that's got your mark and not like the mark of Andy Warhol or the mark of Jasper Johns or whoever. And so that it was important to us to somehow fumble through the song until we came up with an arrangement that sounded, we felt, unique, you know. Having said that, also sometimes if, like with the example of the Al Green song, if we tried to play an Al Green song and sound like Al Green, it wasn't going to come out sounding anything like Al Green. It was going to sound something different, and it was just our chemistry as a four-piece band that was unique, you know.